Sometimes the thing that scares us the most are the things that we can't see, or almost can't see. This is not an exception when it comes to the animal kingdom. Sure, I know bears, lions, sharks, crocodiles, killer whales, and other huge animals are very intimidating and even threatening if we get too close to them. But what are the chances that they'll come out during our sleep and attack us? You'd have to be in the open wild for that one to happen. If you look around, the most common animals that scare and have encounters with humans on a daily basis are very small. Small animals can attack you without you seeing them, and today we're going to be looking at 10 of those dangerous animals, which are insects. And no, I'm not including cockroaches because they're just gross and not actually dangerous. At least not as dangerous as the insects I'm showing you today. And I shouldn't have to explain myself, but just in case, don't expect any spiders. Or scorpions, or anything of that caliber, because those are arachnids, not insects. Stay with me all the way to number 1 and find out what's the most dangerous insect on this list. Maybe you've even been attacked by one and you never even noticed, and, well, maybe you're being eaten by one right now. Either way, let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Bullet ants. Let's start this list with the largest ant in the world, the bullet ant. You can find these insects in the rainforests of Central and South America, Nicaragua and Paraguay to be more specific. Have you ever been stung by a bee? It's a very painful sting, but they say that the sting of a bullet ant is 30 times worse than the one from a honeybee or even a wasp. Some people call it the 24-hour ant because they say that the pain it produces will last for an entire day. The bullet ant is also known for its unpleasant smell. This odor is released when predators approach in the hopes of scaring them away. However, if this trick doesn't work, then they get stung. I guess you can't complain when you've been warned by a bad smell. Number 9. Botflies. And once again another insect from the rainforests of Central and South America. I guess it's impossible to appreciate the beauty of the countries out there without the company of some insects, so why not learn more about them, am I right? The botflies are dangerous for the simple fact that they can be living under your skin. That's right, they love the skin of mammals and humans are no exception. They say you can even feel the movement of its larvae underneath your skin and when they're there. However, I wouldn't worry too much. The larva will only stay for up to 60 days. It'll go out of your body once it turns into a fully developed insect, and I guess that's kind of a relief. Well, having larvae under your skin for that long can definitely have some serious effects on your health, though. So I would make sure to avoid any botfly laying eggs on me. Number 8. Fire ants. What can be worse than the largest ant in the world? Well, the fire ants, of course. If you like the outdoors, you know quite well that red ants don't like any kind of interruption. I mean, who does? Red ants will fight back whoever invades or threatens their space. They can crawl over your skin and sting you multiple times before you even notice them. And they're also going to keep stinging until you remove them from your skin, and sometimes there's so many that it's hard to quickly shake them all off. In more serious cases, fire ants can release some venom that causes allergic reactions and even produce a white pustule that will last a long time. So if you see a group of hardworking red ants near you, just let them carry on with their work. They're small animals you don't want to mess with. Number 7. Fleas. Fleas are a more popular threat to dogs and other animals than to us humans, but still they can be quite dangerous to us as well. These small insects are known for sucking blood from their host. You'll know you've been bitten by one when you see an itchy red spot or a bump on your skin. The scariest thing about them is their size. They're as big as the tip of a pen and reproduce at a very fast rate. Just as a ballpark estimate, a female flea can lay 2,000 eggs in her 3 months of life. They usually bite humans around their waist, elbows, and knees, and sometimes their bites can cause an infection. For that reason, you better call an expert if you ever identify a flea problem in your house. You don't want them to make a home in your skin. Number 6. Killer bees. Also known as Africanized honeybees, these bees are the most dangerous in the world. While the toxins in their sting is not life-threatening to humans, the amount of bees coming together was what might bring people to their own death. A single colony of killer bees can have around 80,000 of them. That's just a horrifying thought of the entire hive going against you. You better run fast because they're going to chase you for more than a mile in order to get you, and they won't rest for the next 24 hours after getting disturbed. For that reason, all humans and animals should stay out of the range of any disturbed bees. They won't hesitate to attack. When it comes to humans, they'll likely go for their face or their eyes. It seems like they enjoy stinging on those parts especially. Imagine having hundreds of bees in your eyes. Actually, maybe that's not such a good idea. So far, the number of deaths by killer bees is around 1,000, and we hope it stays that way. Let bees do their thing while we humans carry on with our daily lives and our own problems, far away from them. Number 5. The kissing bug. What's wrong with a kiss? I mean, every kiss does begin with K, but also killer begins with K as well. I guess there's a lot wrong when we're talking about insects, though. Even worse when a kiss is used to suck blood. The kissing bugs live to suck blood out of animals and humans. They get their name after the fact that they bite humans' lips while they sleep. The worst part is that there are 12,000 deaths every year due to the kissing bug disease, which is also called chungus. You'll know you've been bitten by one of these insects when you start seeing strange rashes or welts in your body. It's definitely the kind of kiss you'd like to avoid. Number 4. Tsetse flies. Also known as tick-tick flies, these blood-sucking insects are native to the African continent. They were responsible for the death of almost 500,000 people, so that explains a lot as to why they're considered some of the most dangerous insects ever. Each sting comes with toxins that can cause sleeping sickness, which gets its name from the disturbed sleeping pattern that it might cause. If left untreated, this sickness can turn into a fatality. It can also cause fevers, headaches, swollen lymph glands, pain in the joints, and itchiness. But it's so deceiving to the point that weeks and even years might pass before you experience any serious problems. In later stages, it can cause some serious damage to the nervous system, including seizures and even difficulty to talk and walk. For that reason, it's important to get a proper medical checkup after coming into contact with such a deadly fly. Number 3. Driver ants. Can there be ants that are worse than the bullet ant and more intimidating than the fire ant? Well, yes, and the title of the most dangerous ant is for the driver ants. They're so bad that even elephants run away from them. They manage to be this threatening due to the size of their colonies, which can be made up of 22 million ants. They're committed to end the life of any animal that gets in their way. These unforgiving insects can kill a lot of different animals in just one go. They even attack other insect nests and kill them in order to get food. Humans are also not exempt from the threat of these ants. An attack by driver ants can cause some serious wounds on human skin. They're mostly found in Central and Eastern Africa, but don't be surprised if you find them in the southern part of the continent or even in Asia. Now it's time for the day's best pick. The photo I have today is one of a very angry insect. In fact, if you use a little bit of your imagination, you might even see an angry face on it. With its bright colors and a large size, you can already imagine how dangerous it can be. But what exactly is this insect? Is it a bee, a wasp, an exotic fly? Or is it all of them combined into one? Or is it just hatred personified? Number 2. The giant Japanese hornet. While it may not actually be called number 2, to give you some perspective on this matter, let me start by pointing out that this is the largest species of hornet in the world. Yeah, that's right. This hornet can be about 5 centimeters long, which is quite larger than most insects. What makes them so dangerous is the venom of their sting, which causes an allergic reaction and dissolving of tissues in a very short window of time. Multiple stings can even cause deaths. In fact, Japanese hornets cause about 40 deaths per year, which is quite a lot for an exotic insect such as this one. These hornets are also famous for having a large colony of about 700 hornets each. Their favorite pastime is actually eating honeybee larvae, and they are capable of killing 40 honeybees within a minute if they wanted to. After all, it really does seem like the giant Japanese hornet is a very angry and aggressive insect, and I wouldn't like to come across any of them in my life. And now for the most dangerous insect of them all, that you probably already heard about and you've probably already seen and felt. But maybe you are unaware of just how bad they can be.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. Mosquitoes. Yeah, that's right, the most dangerous insects are not some exotic animal that you never heard about. This title belongs to the minuscule mosquitoes, as they are some of the most common and most dangerous insects out there. No, I'm not kidding, actually. I'm not kidding because they are responsible for 1 million deaths per year all around the world. They transmit a lot of diseases, but the deadliest one is probably malaria. They carry this serious disease from place to place and inject it on their victims as they feed from their blood. There are 500 million cases of malaria every year, and it's considered that a child dies every 30 seconds due to this terrible illness. They also transmit other diseases, such as yellow fever, encephalitis, the West Nile virus, and the most famous of all, dengue. Dengue is common in tropical areas such as Central America and Southeast Asia, so make sure you get some repellent on you before you venture into mosquito-infested areas. A mosquito bite doesn't always end up getting people sick, but make sure you visit a doctor if you're not feeling well after getting bitten by one of these insects. And now you know more about the most dangerous insects in the world. Have you ever been bitten by one of these insects, or have you heard of anyone close to you who has been attacked by any of them? If so, what was it like? Let us know in the comments section down below. Even if the insect is not mentioned on this list, I still want to know, so go ahead and comment. With all that said and done, that's our video for today, folks, and I will see you all next time. Later, everybody.